Ukraine has made some progress in its counteroffensive operation near Bakhmut in the Donetsk region, according to the latest maps released by the Institute for the Study of War, ISW. The U.S. think tank's latest update said Kyiv's forces continued offensive operations near Bakhmut and in western Zaporizhia Oblast and reportedly advanced on Thursday. Bakhmut battle sees 6 Russian tanks destroyed in just a day. Russia lost 6 tanks in the span of 24 hours during clashes near the city of Bakhmut. Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, the commander of Ukraine's ground forces, said on Monday, "In one day we destroyed 6 Russian tanks in the Bakhmut direction," said Syrsky, who is in operational control of Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive efforts in the southeast of the country. Ukraine's counteroffensive to reclaim its territory is now in its 5th month, with particularly heavy clashes taking place along the front lines in the Donetsk and Zaporizhia regions. Bakhmut has remained a focal point of the conflict throughout Russian President Vladimir Putin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Last month, Ukraine announced that it had reclaimed the village of Andriivka, roughly 6 miles south of Bakhmut. Kyiv said that Moscow's forces in the area were left in tatters after the battle. Bakhmut has seen some of the fiercest clashes of the war, and Ukraine's counteroffensive is advancing towards the industrial city. The ISW cited a report from the Ukrainian General Staff that said Ukrainian forces on Thursday achieved unspecified successes east of Andriivka, while Ukrainian Tavrius Group of Forces spokesperson Colonel Alexander Shchupan reported that Ukrainian forces achieved partial success west of Robotyne, a key village on Ukraine's southern Zaporizhia front. Other Russian mill bloggers claimed that Ukrainian forces unsuccessfully attacked towards the railway near Klishchiivka and Andriivka. The think tank said, Russian sources claimed that elements of the Russian 132nd Motorized Rifle Brigade, 1st Donetsk People's Republic DNR Army Corps, repelled a Ukrainian attack in the Horlivka direction, likely referring to the area between the Bakhmut and Avdiivka directions. The think tank said Russian forces conducted offensive operations along the Kupiansk-Svatov-Kreminna line, near Bakhmut, along the Avdiivka-Donetsk city line, in the western Donetsk eastern Zaporizhia Oblast border area, and in western Zaporizhia Oblast, but did not advance on October 5. It cited the General Staff as reporting that Russian forces unsuccessfully tried to recapture positions east of Dilyivka, 15 kilometers southwest of Bakhmut, and near Kryarivka, 9 kilometers northwest of Bakhmut, Klishchiivka, and Andriivka. Colonel General Alexander Syrsky, the commander of Ukraine's ground forces, said on Thursday that Russia lost 6 tanks during clashes near Bakhmut. "In one day, we destroyed 6 Russian tanks in the Bakhmut direction," Syrsky, who is in operational control of Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive efforts in the southeast of the country, said on his official Telegram channel, and the head of the Electronic Warfare and Cyber Warfare Service of the 28th Brigade, to destroy the tanks near Bakhmut. The commander added, "Our soldiers eliminated 3 T-72 tanks, 1 T-80 and 2 T-90s. This Ukrainian strike on Crimea was very peculiar compared to what we have seen recently because, firstly, the strike was extremely dispersed. Secondly, the strike targeted unconventional areas, and thirdly, Ukrainians targeted these areas with lone missiles and drones. Russian sources reported that Ukrainians attacked Russian objects in western Crimea with 1 drone and 1 missile. 2 more missiles were detected past Cape Violent in the south, and at least 1 more missile in the central part near Dzhankoy. In the meantime, Ukrainians have increased the scale of their offensive operation on Kopany in the Tokmak direction. Recently released geolocated footage shows Russian units striking Ukrainian positions in the tree lines almost directly north of the settlement. Based on the footage, it seems like Ukrainians have concentrated their forces north of the settlement and made a sudden flank attack to complement the main attack from Robotyne. Another video shows the Russian thermobaric artillery system TOS-1 trying to target the Ukrainian forces' concentrations around the village and prevent an attack from the north. Ukrainian special forces published a video that showed how they managed to identify the Russian thermobaric artillery system TOS-1, tracked it down, and, in coordination with HIMARS crews, destroyed it right before it made a new strike to undermine the Ukrainian offensive effort. The Institute for the Study of War assessed the dynamics in this region and concluded that even though Russian forces likely temporarily regained certain positions west of Robotyne, they subsequently lost the sub-tactical initiative on the Ukrainian flank near Robotyne during a series of counterattacks in the past few weeks. Ukrainian military analysts gave more details about the situation and reported that elements of Russian airborne formations had attacked Ukrainian positions on the Kopany-Robotyne direction in a failed attempt to alleviate pressure on Russian forces near Novoprokopivka.